What's going on? It is October 22nd, 11:30, 8 a.m. Ooh, what a week it was for sports. For lunch, same tacos. I don't know if y'all can even see those. They probably look like a pile of mush. Let's go ahead and get a bite real quick. Gotta get the brain moving. All right, let's start off with the bread and butter, NFL. So, it is Tuesday. Last night, we had the Ravens and the Bucks, the Chargers, and the Cardinals. I was watching Ravens Bucks. They're fun to watch. Like I said, I said this before that they were fun to watch. A great team for Nick to pick to follow this year. They got everything going. I don't know why people picked the Bucks. I had absolutely no faith in the Bucks, especially on a primetime Monday night game. Put them in the noon slot and they'll get some wins. Put them in the primetime slot. They're not going to do anything. And there's nothing new there. From that game, Derrick Henry had a big run, which I think is funny because he breaks a run and I think he's going to take it all the way. And I think he thinks he's going to take it all the way. He gets ran down and stopped by somebody completely out of frame. And then he kind of cracks a joke about it. Let's pull up the play real quick, though. Yeah, Lamar Jackson had a great night. He had a bunch of touchdown passes. Derrick Henry has had a touchdown at least in like every game this season. If not every game, pretty much every game. And it took well into the game. I think it was like fourth quarter before he finally got a touchdown, and it was a pass from Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, you could tell he had a mission this game, and it was, all right, everybody keeps talking about Derrick Henry. Like, let's show him we can throw the ball around. Derrick Henry in that game had 281 yards. It's pretty respectable. It's no Kirk Cousins 500 plus, but pretty good. 5 touchdowns. And the Ravens beat the Bucks 41-31, but they had them beat so bad. Derrick Henry gets a receiving touchdown. Justice Hill gets 1. Mark Andrews gets 2. Rashad Bateman gets 1. So Mark Andrews had in terms of fantasy points, had a pretty good breakout game. I'm not doing fantasy because it's pointless. Even if it's for money, it's pointless. What was the score? Okay, so we had a score of 34-10 in the third quarter. I don't know if that was the largest lead or if they got it up to 41-10. But 34-10 into the third. Bucks scored 10 out of the gate. They don't do anything else for the remainder of the game. But what I wanted to find was this play. 81-yard run by Lamar Jackson. Here we go. This is third quarter.
Here's Henry, left side. Yep, it can change in a play.
Boom.
There he goes. McCollum, the only
and then there's nobody. Okay, this dude out of nowhere. You're like, wait, why the fuck was he way downfield?
Second longest carry
Winfield?
Well, the outside zone, it's almost unfair. Once he gets on
You're right, Joe Bucket is actually unfair. You can't find anything for that. That's wild. Okay, well, I saw something on Instagram. I can't find it now, but Derrick Henry's basically saying, like, man, I'm too slow. I thought I had that one. He ends up getting his touchdown anyway. Let's look at the touchdown. This is Lamar's 5th and final.
Here is Henry on the reception for the touchdown.
At that point, Derrick, you're a defender. You've got Derrick Henry out here. Easy. Are you going to try to tackle him, dude? Just let him go. He's going to bowl you over anyway. So just let him go. Anyway, that was a fun game to watch. Let's see. What else is there to talk about for the NFL? Yeah, Jacksonville seems to be rolling without Etienne. Seems like they do better when he isn't in the game. But yeah, Nick said, I don't know how he doesn't have CTE yet. Fair point. Same for Tua, who's apparently on his way back. A couple games that are close, that are field goal games. I had the Texans beating Green Bay, but they hit a field goal in at the end of the game to win. Philly beating New York, that's interesting. Saquon goes back to his old home, beats the Giants pretty handily. Has a really good rushing game. I think I heard some people say that he had a better rushing game there as an Eagle than he ever did as a Giant. Saquon Barkley, 176 yards, rushing 11 receiving. It'd be very easy to go see what his long was at home, but I'm not going to dig deep into that. He had a great game, almost a 200-yard game. And Daniel Jones, who, if you watch the Hard Knocks, they decided we're going to keep Daniel Jones and we're going to not try very hard to keep Saquon. We're not going to pay him all this money that people want to pay him. We're going to let him go. We're going to keep Daniel Jones. We're going to draft, and whoever we have at running back, like, we'll go pick up another running back. We'll be fine. And so far, not the right strategy. Eagles are 4-2. Giants are 2-5. Keeping Saquon, maybe finding another quarterback would have been better for them. Who knows? They've got Malik Neighbors, who is good, but his quarterback is Daniel Jones. So I don't know what was expected there. So that's interesting. The other game was Detroit-Minnesota. I thought Detroit was going to win that game. They do by a field goal. So it goes the opposite way of what I thought about the Texans-Packers game. I thought that the Falcons were going to beat Seattle. Seattle handed it to them pretty easily, pretty convincingly. Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels gets hurt in the Washington game. Washington, Carolina. And Marcus Mariota comes out of absolutely nowhere. It's like he's living in the nether realm or something, and then Jaden Daniels has a rib injury, and here comes Mariota from the early 2010s, late 2010s. I don't even know when Mariota, like, honestly, I'm time blindness to this shit. Mariota for seemingly an eternity has just been gone. And here he is. He comes back. It's against the Panthers, so it's good. Game to, I guess, shake the rust off if you're going to need to play again if Jaden's hurt. But 40-7. Need I say more there? I knew that the Chiefs were going to win, or I felt like the Chiefs were going to win. San Francisco's really banged up, apparently, and they come out of that game with even more injuries. I hear Patrick Mahomes did not throw a single touchdown. 2 interceptions, a measly 154 yards, 16 of 27 completion. Not a good game by Patrick Mahomes standards at all. They have 184 rush yards, and their defense... How did they score? They score rushing touchdowns? Yeah, Kareem Hunt had 2 touchdowns. Welcome back, Kareem Hunt, in his second game with the Chiefs for the second time. Mahomes ran it in for 1, and then McCole Hardman. And your defense, a tackle for loss. Do you have any, interceptions? Doesn't look like it. So you just hold San Francisco to fucking next to nothing. So Brock Purdy has 212, 17 of 31. Brock Purdy had 2 touchdowns rushing, I guess. Yeah, looks like they're starting to fall apart, and they have to play the Cowboys next. I'm not in. Hey, just so you know, this doesn't mean that I'm back in or anything going into this game. I still expect us to lose to the 49ers, despite them having pretty much everybody out. George Kittle is questionable or something like that. Ayuk's done for the season. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey. Debo has something. I don't think Debo didn't even play that game. We're getting lucky here. They might win, the Cowboys, but it doesn't mean I'm back. I'm not dumb. I know what this is. It's a beat-up 49ers team. It'll be a moral victory if we win, even though it'll still be technically an actual victory. Pittsburgh is the one I really want to talk about here. Pittsburgh, Jets. Sunday Night Football. The whole Jets. Okay, so I talked about last week the Jets and this media narrative, this self-narrative, this fan base narrative, whatever it is, an accumulation of all three, that the Jets are going to be really good. They lose to the Steelers, who so far this season haven't been anything to catch your eye. They haven't been fantastic. You're not looking at them and going, wow, yeah, we can win every single game. No, you're looking at them and you're like, okay, they have a good defense. They can keep it close. Justin Fields can manage the game. They might be able to get out of here with the win. But they haven't really been able to get the running game going. And they have a good rushing offense, but there hasn't really been breakout games, I don't feel like. And that's due to the fact probably mainly because they can't get the ball downfield, from what I'm hearing. Which is fair. That's a Justin Fields criticism. So they're winning. They go into this game 4-2. They're well above 500 and they're doing well. I think we expect a better game, closer game from the Jets. But Mike Tomlin makes the decision. Let's start Russell Wilson. We have this Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback that couldn't play early in the season because he was injured, but he's fine now. And, well, we have a slight winning record, but what would I be if I didn't put in this, again, Super Bowl winning MVP quarterback, Mr. Unlimited. So they go with Russell Wilson, and at the beginning of the season, very similarly to this strange Jets narrative, there's this narrative going that the Steelers need to start Justin Fields and that he's the better option. I don't get where people were coming from. Now, maybe there was some evidence to suggest such a thing. It seemed like people were just wanting Russell Wilson to be washed, or like, oh, I'd be dumb if I bet on Russell Wilson because of his resume. It's what have you really done? And yeah, he sucked in Denver. That's fair, but I'm not going to go into all of why he sucked in Denver because I don't know. But what I do know is it's Russell motherfucking Wilson. When he went to the Broncos, we thought that was going to be great, but it wasn't. But this is also the Steelers. This is Mike Tomlin's Steelers. These guys could put a scarecrow back there at quarterback and probably go above 500 because he hasn't not in forever. 264 yards from Russell Wilson, which opened up the run game. So you got 149 from your running backs. Najee Harris has an over 100-yard game with a touchdown. Russell Wilson gets himself 2 touchdowns. Pickens gets him 1, and Van Jefferson. Now, I wonder if we got some highlights from this game because there were some plays that he made that you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, no shit. It's Russell fucking Wilson. Okay, here's his first touchdown pass as a Steeler to Pickens. The passes he had to Pickens, like the connection that he's got there is very nice.
Wilson gets the snap. Lofts, right corner of the end zone, and it is hauled in by Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh,
this is the one.
You want to talk about easy Pickens? That was George Pickens.
Ray just
on the
tosses it up,
route.
puts it right above the defender's head so Pickens can go up and grab it.
And again, having the nice
Him and Pickens were like that pretty much all night.
Opportunity to work his...
There was a bomb later on in the game. There's a pass that he throws to Pickens. He throws up 50-50 balls to Pickens, and Pickens gets them more than 50% of the time. So that's pretty good odds. Keep throwing that ball. But Russell Wilson was displaying that he's got the touch pass. It's not a line drive. He's throwing it up, and it's coming down perfectly. Like, it's just perfectly where Pickens can go up above the defender who's not even turned around looking, grab it off the top of his head, get both his feet down, go down. Easy. Big play. So yeah, I was never on board with that. You can go back and watch our episode before the season when we're talking about it. And we're saying that if they play Justin Fields, they're stupid. Every other person that I saw, people on TV, fucking every video I scrolled upon of people claiming that they know what the fuck they're talking about, were like, Justin Fields is the fucking guy. They're probably the same people crying when they were going to put Russell Wilson in. They're the results themselves. Is he going to win you every game? Probably not. But that's probably the most points the Steelers have put up all fucking season, if not very fucking close. In fact, we can find that out. Yeah. They beat the Raiders 32-13. That's fine. That's the Raiders. Wait, so you're telling me, hold on. Devontae Adams gets traded to the Jets. He gets his ass beat by the Steelers, and then he gets traded to the Jets to get his ass beat again? Oh, Devontae. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that. I realized that you lost your first game. Didn't realize, though I don't think you played in the Raiders game. You didn't play in the Raiders-Jets game. That's fair. Yeah, I didn't see the Chargers Cardinals game, but I hear that one. I think that one was won by a field goal. Arizona won that one by a field goal. So that feels bad. A couple field goal games this week. And then on Thursday, so I think that's week 8. We've got Minnesota Vikings, LA Rams. That one should just be Minnesota Vikings all the way. Yeah, that's what we got. So, and then Liberty win the WNBA finals. Let's go look this up because there's a controversial call, I believe, in the game that could swing it the other way. This was game 5, so this was the closeout game. Liberty wins 67-62 in OT. Celebration, and then the Lynx coach was talking mad shit. I know after she didn't agree with the call.
Thievish gets it in to Stewart. Stewart catches, leaves, can't hit, but a foul. And Brianna Stewart, who just missed 2 free throws, goes right back to the line.
Stewart a touch. She comes in.
That looks like all ball to me.
Minnesota might challenge that.
Was that a foul?
They're going to challenge this.
And they challenge him?
A shaky inbound. Ooh, I think she hits the left wrist of Stewart.
ESPN, stop doing that. I'm watching this video.
Ooh, I think she hits the left. Ooh, I think she hits the left wrist.
No, I mean, from that angle, yeah, but this is the one that matters. She like she like hits her with her pinkies and shit. No. But yeah, she gets 2 free throws from that. I guess she makes them, sends it into OT, and then they win. Yep, that's what it looks like, because Lynx only scored 2 points, end up with 62. And then Liberty win, who are probably the odds-on favorite to win. I gotta say, I didn't put enough respect on the Lynx name. That's my bad. I wasn't familiar with your game. Y'all put up a fight. You took it to the last game. And I think y'all probably should have won. I mean, at the very least, that shouldn't have been called a foul. Don't know what would have happened if it wasn't. Who would have got the rebound? I don't know. But that probably shouldn't have been called. So, coach has a reason to be upset, but this is what she says. See, I read the quote. Let's see what she actually says.
That was not a foul. That call should have been reversed on that challenge. If we sent that clip in, they would have told us that it was marginal contact, no foul. Guaranteed. All the headlines will be Reeve cries foul. Bring it on, right? Bring it on. Because it's stolen from us. Bring it on.
Okay, so it was stolen from him, is what she's saying. She said more than that, though, possibly. I saw the quote. Don't know if it's real or not. I'll see if I can throw it up. But she was basically like, yo, we won this many, like, congrats on your, I don't know, first or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Basically being like, yeah, we've fucking been there. We've been there. We've won it way more times than you. You guys go ahead and have fun with your first one, because after that, it's fucking over. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. That's me paraphrasing. Major League Baseball, we've got a World Series, baby. We've got the Dodgers and the Yankees. Game 1 is Friday. I'm going to be tuning in to the World Series for this, because either way it went, I was going to be happy. As long as the Guardians didn't get in. Thank God the Guardians didn't get in. Go home, cry about it. Yankees, Mets would have been sick. Yankees, Dodgers is still hopefully going to be sick, and hopefully it's going to be like a home run. Like, hopefully the offensive baseball in this series is what people want. Hopefully it brings fans, a little bit more new fans to the game, because hopefully they're hitting bombs. Now, if Judge is quiet, if Ohtani's quiet, if Giancarlo Stanton's quiet, like, it's probably going to be pretty bad. So for the sake of the game, juice the balls. Do something. Like, we need juiced balls for this series, because shit can't be boring. This cannot be boring. Otherwise, we would have just taken Mets, Yankees, and let them fucking battle it out until the city is destroyed and in ruins. NBA, fuck yeah. NBA starts tonight. Let's go. We've got the Knicks, the new look Knicks, right? They've got Karl Anthony Towns now from the Timberwolves. So slightly new look Knicks versus the reigning champions, the Boston Celtics. Now, Celtics are heavily favored in this game. I don't know about that personally. It's an opening game, so there's a little bit of rust potentially. I don't know. Does Karl Anthony Towns do something for the Knicks? I think it'll be a fairly close game. Wonder what the Boston's a minus 235 favorite, and the spread is Boston by 5.5. So I guess they're thinking it's going to be close still. 5.5 spread. I don't know. I don't usually know how to read any of that shit. Yeah, it could go overtime. I feel like that's just my feeling. I feel like it could go OT. New York's a scrappy bunch. Jalen Brunson's always putting in work, so we'll see. The other game we've got is Lakers, Minnesota. So no Karl Anthony Towns, but I don't know that Karl Anthony Towns was a major factor for them when he was there. It's really Anthony Edwards. I mean, he's probably going to have more free range to just ball out. So we'll see if the defense can keep him at bay, or if he's just going to eat all night. Minnesota's the minus 120 favorite, small favorite. Yeah, 1.5 on the spread to Minnesota. Lakers, are they playing Bronny? I don't think Bronny's going to play. That's interesting. There's nothing they can write about this game in the home opener. But anyway, I'm psyched that basketball's back. It seems like everybody's psyched that basketball's back. WNBA leaves us. NBA starts pretty much right off the bat. World Series, NFL, and we got some hockey. It's a good time to be a sports fan. Love that. Let's take a real quick look at what stories we got going on. See if there's anything that catches our eye. Embiid's going to miss the first week. Embiid's always injured. That's not really a surprise. Paul George is out. One thing I didn't mention in the Bucks game, Godwin and Evans got injured. Godwin had a really bad injury. I think it was something like dislocated ankle. Some shit like that. It was a really bad injury. They had to cart him off. He had an air cast on. That was rough, man. And people are saying that's probably going to be career ending. If it is that, or career ending, it's going to be season ending for him and probably going to wrap up his time in Tampa Bay. He's going to be a free agent. Don't know what's going to happen there, but could be. Bettors backing Bronny as long shot rookie of the year pick. Okay, dude. All right. The surprising betting interest on Los Angeles Lakers rookie Bronny James that begun before the NBA draft has continued in the regular season, even surpassing the action on his legendary father. No. Well, go ahead and make those donations, guys. Don't think Bronny James is going to be rookie of the year. All right, well, man, that's it for me. That's all I got for the week. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you got this far, let me know what you're excited to see for the NBA season. If you're watching the World Series, who you're backing, and if you're following along with the NFL, how's your season going for your team? Love to hear from y'all in the comments. Let me know. All right, I got to get back to work. Y'all have a beautiful day. See ya.